Hello. Back again. I really want to make a commitment now to post every day because uh, I use this channel as an avenue. Um, I use this channel as kind of like a diary, a little bit. And my decision to make these videos public is certainly an interesting one, but it adds to the vulnerability that I want to express within myself because I find that very difficult. Um, And even going so far as to, oh, please don't tell me there's someone right there. I can't tell. Fuck it. Um, as a part of that vulnerability, I want to take it a step further and really share it with people because there's so many people like me, struggling like me, in the same kind of mindset, in the same kind of world, in the same, but also in a very different way. You know, everyone's different. There's so many different contexts. There's so many different lifetimes and lifespans. You know, no one can have the same exact life as another person except for the La Crosse Segway Pipeline for the Vineyard Vines, Nantucket guys. I mean, they have the same exact life. Um, but there's so many of the not those kind of a little bit. Um, so many people who feel like their mind just operates differently from the status quo, and therefore they feel so um, isolated almost from their peers. And they find that they're much more comfortable with talking to people or things or different avenues in a non-traditional sense. They're much more comfortable um, doing crazy shit a little bit, and that's kind of what creates extremism in a way. Um, I want to help those people. I want to help myself, and it just feels like I'm so trapped. I'm so deep in self-sabotage, and yet I'm doing so many great things. I feel like I'm accomplishing a lot despite this constant um, weight and also lack emptiness. It's a weird feeling um, that I feel every single day, and feel like I'm not going anywhere in life, and that I'm lost, and it's over, and I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. And then it just adds to my people watching. I love people watching because it's almost like I want to just. It's gonna sound so crazy, but I think Clavicular said this the other day. I can't believe I just said that word out loud. Um, like sometime like when he was younger, like a while ago or something, what he would do is he would go to like a city or town center, and then he'd pick someone and just follow them for the day. And that sounds really stalkerish and creepy, and it is for sure, but I totally kind of understand that. Like, you kind of just want to see someone else's POV, day in the life perspective, um, to almost reason with yourself, to almost emulate, and be like, oh, okay, this is what a normal person does. Okay, okay, I get that. I can do that. That's why I love people watching, because you're just absorbing, especially in certain environments and certain locations. You're just absorbing such a huge array of culture and history, and just, I mean, I can go on and on. I think everyone gets the point. Like, just the different lives and everything. And then also just how big of a world it is. It's just how many people there are. I really struggle to um, wrap my head around just how many people are on this planet. And then I try so quickly to classify the people on this planet into like wealth statuses, because I'm in certain areas and demographics where that really kind of matters. That's kind of what America has really turned into, and the world itself is now, wealth class matters a lot because it is so diverse, segmented, but also because capitalism is so developed that there are so many different ways to live your life and to consume in a specific way, that there's all these different layers of what it means to be wealthy and what it means to enjoy yourself, in the mix of the two, and where you put your time and your energy and um, all of that. I'm getting beyond sidetracked on sidetracked on sidetracked, but that's how I operate. Um, yeah, I just, man, I feel so paralyzed in like stress and lack of decision. Because long-term viewers of the channel, even though I don't think there's a single one, um, long-term viewers of the channel would know that um, my majority of my videos were in my second semester of senior year of college, and that was back in January, February, March, and now it's what are we, July, um, and it's that post-grad shit. I mean, I had a job already lined up, um, but I just it is. I haven't said it out loud or to other people like this before because it just feels so corny and ingenuine. But at the same time, I don't know how else to describe it. And it's like my body has never felt this way before about something in its entire life. And the way that it's kind of rejecting this job that I got, and just the idea of it and thinking about it. I just like my heart almost knows, or it's like a cat or an animal predicting an earthquake before it happens. It just almost knows not to go down that road. And I really don't know why, but at the same time, all I think about is internet money, making money online, AI, just what a time it is to be alive, to be able to create and build. It's unspeakable. I mean, just how lucky we are to be here right now with the technology that we have and how advanced we've become as a society. I mean, there's something that was only invented 50 years ago. I forgot. Oh, a hot shower. No, there's no way that's true. I saw on Instagram like a hot shower was invented 50 years ago. There's no way that's true. It's gotta be way older. But shit like that, shit you really don't realize just how lucky we are. And then also, I bet someone in 100 years is gonna look back at us and be like, "Wow, no, we're lucky that we have all this technology." Um, and then it's a question of like, what was the best time, And low key, best time 1980, 1990, low key tech. Yeah, now I'm just yapping if I'm just throwing words out here right now. Low key tech, there was like peak capitalism, peak everything booming, even though there were, some hiccups, but um, that was peak. I don't know. I don't know why or how. I don't have any research. I don't really have any evidence to back it up, except for the appeal and the aesthetic that it created. Um, just felt like peak, and now, as I said, it's just no better time to like start a business or just create something or just put your head down in a computer for like all day every day for like maybe a year or two and just build something absolutely insane. Um, but it's also it's such a blessing and a curse because now it's like, okay, now your entire life is gamified to the point where there is no integrity. There is no integrity anymore, and it's purely just a cash grab. Life is purely just a cash grab. It's an emotional grab. It's a dopamine grab. Everything's grabbing. Everything's trying to pull at you. And that's kind of what people say about like late capitalism, peak capitalism, like when they see the Kalshi ads in Grand Central Station about betting on that ad campaign they ran about the old events or whatever. Um, because we're so developed as an economy and a society and as capitalism with this technology that has been given to us, the mix of everything has just created a world and a life where literally every fabric of what you see in every kind of every subject matter and area you put your focus in is really trying to grab you and pull you away from the other things. And it's just a constant game of like 20-way tug of war. Um, and I could continue on with an essay about this shit, but it's mainly just like all these companies, they've conquered everything else. You know, they've conquered the idea of owning a home. They've conquered the idea of fashion and looks and, you know, sex sells and big and okay, this is how you get the consumer to feel this way about this. But then the iPhone was created, and it sounds crazy, but the iPhone changed everything in 2008. And then you see the data with teen depression and social media in early 2012. Um, because then the companies realized the last frontier was your mind, like the last thing to conquer, to advertise, to extract was your mind and your attention span. And that's what they got right to work on that. You know, and what they found out after, you know, 6 years of Vine and Google Plus and early and peak 2010 YouTube, it was short form content. People really are attracted to short form content and like consuming a million topics an hour or something. You know, they figured it out. I don't have the whole report. And then you got TikTok. And now it feels like you can't even read a fucking book. And it's like, where'd the guardrails go? Were they ever there in the first place? Or is it to the point where everyone is just trying to grab? That even the guardrail people are like, fuck, we gotta grab too if everyone else is grabbing. Fuck it. It's all very depressing. And I wish I could end this video on a more positive note. But that's the rabbit hole I went down today. Oh, call this like a rabbit hole or something. Because I'm just going down rabbit holes in my mind. Um, Thank you for watching though. I really like this idea of rabbit hole something. I don't know, rabbit hole. I want to say rabbit hole Mondays, but it makes no fucking rabbit hole. Alright, I'm ending the fucking video. Thank you.